Hello, good people. Welcome. In this video, we're going to focus on general maintenance, and in this model, I'm going to open general maintenance folder. The first matrix is maintain program activities. Under maintain program activities, this is where we list all the activities and map them to the particular or corresponding group. So, for example, retreat of heads of financial markets is mapped to consultancy. If it is not supposed to be mapped to the map group consultancy, we simply come here on the drop down, scroll down to the particular group that we want. For example, we want monitoring and evaluation, and we click monitoring and evaluation. So as you can see, I've highlighted map group code. This is where you map the particular activity that you want. To add a new activity, to add another activity, simply go to the last entry, press enter, and this applies to all Quantrix matrices in this model. If you want to add an activity, simply go to the last entry, press enter, and customize the activity to the name that you want. So for example, we want financial markets activity. Type financial markets activity, and then go to the map group code, and then you map it to the group that you want it to go to. So for example, financial activity goes under capital expenditure. You realize that the activity code is automatically generated by the system. If you see the red, it means that there's something that you need to do, and in this case, you need to scroll up to update activity codes. When you press this button, update activity codes, it says update successful, and you press OK. Once that is done, it means you have satisfied the requirements on this matrix. Now let's move on to the next matrix. The next matrix is view activity cost. These are the activity lines that we have for this particular program. We are simply viewing the activity cost codes, and should this happen like it just happened here, you simply go up here and drag the matrix and place it next to the ones that you're working on. Now this is just a matrix where you just view the activity lines. You don't have to do anything here. Should you want to add a line here, you have to contact your finance department and they'll add a new line for you. Once that is done, you can move on to the next matrix, which is maintain cash transactions. Maintain cash transactions are the methods in which MEFME uses to disburse their funds. So for example, if you come under the list here, you'll find that we have cash received, hotel deposit, etc. Let's say, for instance, you're going for a workshop in Kenya and you need another payment method or method of payment that you might need in Kenya. Let's say, for example, they use a method called EcoCash. So you simply come here to the last entry and you press enter like all the other matrices, and then you add EcoCash. Once that is done, go to the transaction code, and remember, you just simply put the next number. In this case, it's number 6, and this becomes number 7, and press enter. Now remember to save your work, and the shortcut to save your work here is simply to press Ctrl S, and it will save your work like this. Okay, once you've done that, you can move on to the next matrix. We'll move on to maintain job positions. And remember, if it opens the page and you can't see where it is, you just go to the title, drag it to where all the other matrices are, and then place it next to any of the matrices. Then you can see it like this here. So maintain job positions. Let's say, for instance, for this particular program, these are the names or the positions that we have for this program, and we want to add another job position here. Let's say, for instance, we want to add IT assistant. Simply come here and add IT assistant. And then you put the next number, in this case number 9, and press enter. Once that is done, just make a correction here, IT assistant. Once that is done, press enter and remember to save your work. Okay, once that is done, let's move on to the next matrix, which is maintain team members. Under maintain team members, this is a list of the team members of this particular program that will be conducting the workshops. So for example, this is the team that will be deployed for a workshop in a particular region. For example, they're going to Zambia to execute a particular program. And if you want to add a new entry, again, you come to the last entry and press enter, and then you write the name of the person. So for example, the name of the person that we want to add is John. We'll add John, and the code is number 13, and then press enter. And remember to add the position of the person that you've just entered. So come to the drop down, scroll down until you get to the job position of the person you want. So in this case, if John is the program assistant, pick program assistant and save your work. Control S. There we go. Now we move on to maintain income lines. Under maintain income lines, let's assume that we're going to charge the participants for a particular workshop that we're conducting. Okay, so let's say, for instance, we're going to charge the participants the course fees. If we're going to charge them a course fees, we leave it as course fees. If we're going to charge the seminar fees, we leave it as seminar fees. But if on the list here, if there's something that you're going to charge for that is not listed, for example, here you can see at the bottom on number 9, we have a placeholder, and you'd like to charge for transport, for example, simply come here and type in transport. This is the end of general maintenance. Thank you for watching.